Okay, kiddos, let's finish up this review. So we were in the middle of the line of demarcation and its lasting effect. So essentially what happened was Columbus found the Americas, which we knew people were already there, so he wasn't the first person there. But he found it. He was the first European during this time to find this land. So he came back to Europe and told everybody about the Native Americans, told them about the gold and all the resources. And so all these countries decided to get people over there so that they could claim land, make money, and convert these Native Americans to Christianity. What happened though was, and I'll show you real quick, Spain and Portugal, they were like brother and sister. Okay, and so you can see here on the map, let's do a Europe map. Spain and Portugal were like brother and sister. They fought all the time, probably because they were so close to each other. You can see in this map, Spain is here, Portugal's right beside of it right here. So they were constantly arguing over who was best, who had the best land, who had the best resources, on and on and on. Okay, so America was no different. As soon as Columbus came back and said all that he found, Portugal wanted in on it too, because remember, Columbus sailed for Spain. So Portugal comes to America and they start to try to claim land, and Spain's not having it. And so the compromise that they came up with was that they were going to draw a line, literally draw a line that separated parts of, yes, and that's here. They were going to draw a line that separated the West. This line is called the line of demarcation. All right. And so Portugal and Spain were able to stop arguing over land during this time of exploration because they drew this line. Now, Portugal really wasn't very smart for them because they ended up only getting a teeny tiny portion of land compared to all the land that Spain was able to claim for themselves. Okay. So the line of demarcation gave Spain everything to the west, gave Portugal everything to the east. What impact does this have? Well, the impact is that if you look at a map today, we speak a lot more Spanish in the Americas than we do Portuguese. And so if you look, this world language map has all of this yellow, which is all Spanish. And it has just this one country that's brown, and it's because that line of demarcation cut right here, and Portugal was only able to settle in this area. And so today, Brazil is mostly a Portuguese-speaking country. And again, it is because of this line of demarcation. So cool. All right, so that's the answer to that question. Let me find, yes. So the line of demarcation is a line that separates land that Spain was able to claim and Portugal was able to claim. Spain was able to claim everything to the west, Portugal to the east. The lasting impact is that today, Spanish is spoken much more often in the Americas than Portuguese. All right? I don't know how to spell Portuguese, obviously. G-U. All right. Okay. What is the Great Convergence? The Great Convergence is this moment where all the continents, minus poor Antarctica down there by itself, but it's the moment that all continents, hard to talk and type at the same time, continents are connected, except for Antarctica. So if you look, again, let's pull up a world map. If you look at the world map, up until this point, we had people in Europe, we had people in Asia, we had these people in Africa, but really we had no connection to all this over here. No connection to the people, and no connection to the resources either. So the Great Convergence is when all these countries were finally connected. Columbus came over, went back to Europe and said, hey, there's a bunch of land and a lot of resources over here. and we started to exchange resources. People from Europe, Asia, and Africa started moving here, some willingly, some against their will, obviously. But that's the Great Convergence. Okay, so if we go back to our review, it's the moment that all the continents are connected, and this is especially when Europe, Africa, and Asia are able to connect with the Americas and all their resources. Right? And last but not least, let's talk about the Columbian Exchange. So remember, the Columbian Exchange is this exchange of resources from one area to the next. So we will call, and even today we call, well, no, I don't want to give that example. It might get confusing. We'll just say that these things came from America to Europe. So remember, Europe, Asia, Africa, they did not have any of these plants or this animal before Columbus. And so Europe gained tobacco, sweet potato, just regular potatoes, corn, tomatoes, pineapple, squash, pumpkins, vanilla, turkey, all those things. But the Europeans brought to America the coffee bean, the peach, the pear, different types of citrus fruits, a banana, an onion, all this livestock, all these grains, these different diseases, which again we know is why the Europeans were able to conquer the Americas, the grape, the turnip, all these things. So without Columbus coming to America, America would not have had these things. And without Columbus coming to America, Europe would not have had these things. That is the Columbian Exchange. So you can make a list of 5 things from America to Europe and make a list of 5 things from Europe to America. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all that you need to know. I think those are the most important things. So be sure to email me tonight if you have any questions, but otherwise I think you are all ready.